Hi, I want to talk about a roll of toilet paper. A roll of toilet paper got me thinking. Well, not actually a roll of toilet paper didn't get me thinking. The movie Birdman got me thinking. I'm a Michael Keaton fan. I thought the movie was excellent. But there's a specific scene in there. For those of you who haven't seen the movie, Michael Keaton is, let's say, a flamed out actor. He's on the decline. And he invests everything he has to, and he wrote, he's going to produce, and he's going to direct, and he's going to act in a Broadway play. There's a scene in there with his daughter, his assistant, and of course, like all Hollywood cliches, the daughter screwed up because, you know, Hollywood marriages and all that. She has just finished rehab. She was addicted to drugs. And so she's helping her father out in this really stressful play, and nothing's going right at the beginning, and working as his assistant. And she's going through her crisis of her own. And her father finds her, Michael Keaton finds her, with a roll of toilet paper. The toilet paper is spread out on a table like this, okay? And he says, what are you doing? And he says, she said, it's therapy. I learned this in rehab, and I do it every once in a while. And he says, well, what are these lines? Well, in the movie there were lines. We're such a big budget show here that we don't have a production assistant to do it for us. Each line on the toilet paper, on each sheet of the toilet paper, represented, I can't remember the exact series, but each line represented the amount of years the Earth has been around. And so she spread it out, and she says, the Earth has been around 4.5 billion years. I don't want to get into arguments with the creationists, but science has proven through the study of meteorites, rocks, fossils, whatever, that this Earth, this planet we call Earth, has been around for about 4.5 billion years. And then she shows him another sheet, like this, and a few little lines here. And he says, what's that? And he says, that's how long we've been around, 250 million years. Life, human beings, or a form of human beings, has been around, inhabited this planet. 250,000 out of 4.5 billion. And she says, that just goes to remind me we haven't been around that long, and yet we're so full of ego and vanity and pride. And that got me thinking, not the toilet paper. Toilet paper we use for other things, like blowing our nose, cleaning glasses. Got to me thinking, yeah, how we take ourselves. We're so full of ourselves. But it inspired me to think about other things. How vast, how complex this universe is. And we worry about, if we're going to take this 250 million year thing, civilization, about 2,000 years? Well, no, maybe more. 200,000 years. Civilization. When our ancestors stopped living in tribes and, you know, started getting together and working together. We still can't do that very well today. And working together. That's about it, right here. When you think about that, modern civilization, we're in the year 2016, after Christ, okay? AD, modern civilization maybe has been around, I would say, for about maybe 2,000, a little bit more than 2,000, 2,500 years. People started living in cities, started trading, started interacting, all that stuff. But does that mean we're insignificant? No, not at all. It means we're very significant. If this planet, just this planet, has been around 4.5 billion years, and how it formed and how it got together, could you imagine the complexity of this universe? And we have to always remind ourselves, We are a part of this universe. And the logic just goes to tell us that if this is just the existence of this planet, what is the existence of this universe? What is the existence of our galaxy was only a part of the universe. I have to watch how much I use. Like I say, we're on a tight budget here. It is beyond our comprehension. And I want to talk about this because in our day-to-day problems, in the day-to-day lives we live, where our egos get in the way, our personalities get in the way, our vanity, our pride get in the way, and the daily, day-to-day demands get in the way. Don't have money to pay my bills. Kid is screwing up in school. I can't stand my wife. I can't stand my husband. Hate my job. When you take a look at all this, all the relevance of those problems, it's even smaller. There it goes. It's even smaller than the time man, civilization, has inhabited this earth. And so what's the point? I want all of us, and I include me in this, because it's not very easy when you have all these day-to-day demands around you, to begin to think in the infinite, in the infinite, in the infinite, and not in the finite. Because when you begin to see your problems, to see your day-to-day life in the infinite, your day-to-day concerns, once again, they go away. Doesn't mean you can't deal with them, you shouldn't deal with them. No, that's one of the reasons we're here. That's one of the reasons all of us at this time, at this place, are incarnated on this planet. And that's one of the reasons we've lived here before. That's one of the reasons we will live again. Because we can't get it right the first time. I have a friend of mine who is an evangelical Christian. And I told him once, I said, I wish it was so easy. I wish it was so easy that I could get down on my knees and ask for forgiveness and ask for salvation. He said, well, it is if you're sincere. I said, well, first of all, I think everyone is insincere when they're facing a crisis in their life and they're looking for help. But how does the sincerity put things back in order? How does that sincerity perfect us to move onward? How does that sincerity shape up in the 4.5 billion years that just this planet has been around? How does that sincerity make us better? And that's what this world is all about, making us better through our difficulties and even through our triumphs. Because in the end, when you start thinking, I don't want to roll it out again, when you think about the infinite tragedies, loss, disappointment, it's the same thing as glory, fame, fortune, success. They're all the same. They're all those little dots making up our mosaic, making up our being, making up our years of existence, which is probably longer than 4.5 billion years. Spiritism, spiritualism, Buddhism, they all teach us life is a constant evolution. Life is a constant progression. In order to move forward, we have to learn to leave some things behind. We have to divest ourselves of our ego, of our personality, because that's what gets in the way. We have to divest ourselves from our anger. And in some of the books you'll find on spiritual light books, we talk about that you can use your emotions. You weren't born to be angry. You weren't born to be hateful. But we were born to learn from anger, or learn through anger. We were born to learn through hate, or learn from hate. But once you've learned what you've had to learn, once you've suffered the pain, or once you've suffered the consequences of hate, of anger, of revenge, you got to let it go. Because it has no place in the 4.5 billion year infinity of our existence. 4.5 billion years. Really, how insignificant that is. Think about, a hurt that you're carrying, a pain that you're carrying, a resentment that you're carrying against someone or some situation. Isn't it really insignificant? That's why I say we have to train ourselves to think in the infinite and not a single ply sheet of toilet paper. We have to think in the infinite, because when you think in the infinite, we look at ourselves differently. We see that, yes, there is a continuation. Yes, it didn't begin when I was born, and it doesn't end when I pass over. Spiritual evolution is not finite. It is infinite. As the song says, the road is long, with many a winding way, taking us to who knows where. Well, we're beginning to have an idea to who knows where. It's a harmony with the creation. It's harmony with the universe. It's step by step by step by step. I'd like you all to check out Spiritual Light books. They're on Smashwords. www.spirituallight, it's down here, or a very easy way, just go to our page on Facebook, Spiritual Light Books. Do a like. It helps us get in touch with you. We put posts up there, you see about it. But just do a like and you'll see a direct link to the Smashword site. Spiritual Light Books are available in any e-book format your little heart desires, available even in PDF. Thank you.